In this video, I'm going to show you how I made $1,000 my first month doing ebooks, and now how scalable this is and what the actual opportunity is. I truly believe this could absolutely be a $10,000 per month income for me. And even that is probably thinking small when you think about some of the other big publishers out there that are doing hundreds of thousands and millions of dollars a year. All I ever share when I'm on here teaching you guys is what's working for me. I give you real numbers, and then you can dive into whichever of these strategies you love, because I teach everything from TikTok shop affiliate to Amazon influencer to building a profitable YouTube channel and anything in the digital marketing space. And I don't go all in on any one thing because I am testing multiple things. But if you did, they're scalable. So what I want to talk about today is how to start this digital ebook business. And I got to tell you, I'm pretty shocked that this is still working the way it is in 2025. I used to do ebooks all the time. I used to write ebooks. That was one of my first things I ever did before I ever built a course was I wrote ebooks and I published them. I have a book on Amazon, a full book on digital marketing. So I heard somebody talking about this and they're like, oh yeah, digital products. I made $600,000 last month. And I was like, is that still a thing? So I came over here and this is what I did. In one day, I set up this website, and I'm going to talk all about this. I set up this website, and the first day I had 2 ebooks up here. Now, I am super passionate about specific topics, and that is what I'm creating the ebooks around. And the demand. What is it that people want? So let me give you an example of one. So I've got this Pinterest power stack and 27 bucks. The Pinterest power stack explains step by step how I do this one specific strategy where I create a long form blog post for Pinterest. Then I break up each one of those little sections into its own blog, each one creating a pin. So you wind up with, you could get 50 blog posts out of one long form blog. Well, why did I write this ebook? Because I had a video that was trending, that was doing really well on this process. So I sat down and documented the process. That is one way to do this. Okay. Now, some of you are going to be like, yeah, but I have a fashion business, or I sell vitamins, or this, that, and the other. Anything can be an ebook. And I'm going to prove this because I'm just about to branch this off into my other business, which I'll talk about some of my ideas in a minute. So what happens is somebody watches my YouTube channel. All right, so let's take a look at what this exactly looks like. Now, remember, I did this in one day, had my first ebook up, and had my first, had my website up with my first ebook and was making sales almost immediately. All right. So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to show you what this looks like. So I'm going to go to YouTube. Oops, hold on. That's not what I want. What I want is this right here, content. Okay. So this is what it looks like. If somebody were to click on this video, it's all about Pinterest. Let's go view this on YouTube. No matter how good they are not, okay, see, I'm talking about Pinterest. Now, right here, there's a little button that says View Products. When I click View Products, there's all my ebooks right there. And this looks even cleaner when it's not in my account and when it's on a mobile device. Also, they show up right here in the description. How incredible is this? Unbelievable. So I was watching another video of somebody that does ebooks, and I caught underneath here this scroll. When I clicked through on one of their products, that is what took me to Fourth Wall, the website, which is what this is right here. This is a website that's free. It's free, you guys. And it's from a company called Fourth Wall. I had never heard of it. I didn't know anything about it, but I managed to set this up within 1 hour. And what's cool about it is you can put your products, and guess what? It could be t-shirts. It could be merch. It doesn't just have to be ebooks. It could be checklists. It could be templates. There's all kinds of things you could do with this, but this is just where I have begun. And I thought I should share this more because it's working so well for me already. Then you've got a spot where somebody can make a donation. Then it let me set up my YouTube channel so that my latest YouTube videos were showing. Then I was able to link my Instagram account. Then I was able to link my TikTok account. Then there's a newsletter sign up. Then there's a call to action for somebody else to make their store. Okay. Now, I'm not sharing this with you because I have an affiliate link, because I don't actually for Fourth Wall. I do have some sort of link I'll put in there that it's like a referral that I don't know if it signs up, but if you sign up, it does something for you and then it gives me some sort of free merch credits, which I'm not even doing merch, but I will put the link in there for you regardless. I just love this because it was easy and it was efficient and it was fast and it connected right to my YouTube channel. And on the back end, it looks like this. So you can see what your estimated profits are, how many orders you have, what your average order value is, and you can select this for whatever time frame you want. Then down here, you can see where they have all of the merch. You can do memberships. It's incredible. Now, so this is one of the ways that I'm selling my ebooks is by connecting it to YouTube. Now, you do have, in order to connect it to YouTube, to have those little shopping links like I did, you got to earn your way into the YouTube shopping program, which also gives you the ability to link affiliate products, and it's huge. I'm absolutely loving it. So the bad news is, and don't leave yet because I'm going to show you another way to do this. The bad news is you got to get to 10,000 followers. So how do you do that? You create helpful content over and over, 1 to 2 times per week, long form, 10 to 30 minutes. And before you know it, you're making money now in ad revenue as part of the partner program. And then you work your way into the shopping space where you can link any e-commerce store that you have. It could be products. It could be a Shopify store. It doesn't have to be Fourth Wall. They have several vendors that they recommend that you can directly link to. So anybody that is creating any type of helpful content in any way, where you're teaching, you're guiding, you're inspiring, you're empowering, you're, gardening tips, recipes, how to dress, grilling tips, travel guides, all of that stuff. Why wouldn't you have more ways to make money? It just is an automatic, good, extra little way to make money. Now, let me tell you the other really powerful thing about this. So I also am selling this on my Stan store. I do have an affiliate for them. I will put a link below, but I pay for Stan every month. And it's kind of like it started for me as a link in bio, so I could put all of my affiliate software links and things like that. And suddenly, because Stan was so built for digital products, I started dabbling. And I launched a community, a coaching program because of Stan, because I got an email that said we now have the ability to sell a community. So I went, okay, I'll try it. It turned into a 6-figure business. It turned into another 6-figure income stream. It was crazy, but I already had an audience. Okay, that does matter. I was already building an audience, which if you're watching this and you're saying, yeah, but I don't have an audience. Well, chicken, egg, horse, cart. Yeah, you got to go build an audience. You got to create content first. You can't just start selling things before you have an audience that's interested in buying your things. Plus, how do you know what problems to solve? How do you know what they need if you're not building an audience first? So I always tell my clients, my coaching clients, start with creating content for 90 days. If it's YouTube, that should be 2 long form videos every week. Maybe you have some 30-second shorts in there, 1-minute short form videos to attract more subscribers. If you're on TikTok, it's 90 days. Instagram, 90 days. Give it 90 days to see what's actually working, but give it 6 months of that consistency. And if you're paying attention to what your audience likes, you're probably going to head towards that monetization space. But you do have to build there. Okay, now here's what's really cool. So in this time frame here, you can see here's my ebook, Pinterest Power Stack, turn one post into many. So on Stan, I've sold $324 worth of those. On Fourth Wall, I'd have to go into the individual products. But obviously, I sold more on Stan on the one book than I did collectively on Fourth Wall, which is surprising me because I would have thought that the direct link from Facebook products to the store would have converted more, but it's actually the link in the YouTube description sending them to my Stan store that is converting higher. This one right here. So if we go back to that video, so you've got these, I would have thought they'd have been clicking right on those more, but look at this. I've got a link here. Oh, this one doesn't even have a link to go to my store. I'd have to go look at which one that is that's sending that. So maybe I need to come back and fix this one. I always have my own ahas when I teach. Okay, it would look like this. Typically, I would edit this video, and then somewhere down here, I should have my Stan store. So I would have something like, you put the little checkbox or thumbnail or something, get my prompts and ebook guides at, and then I'm going to put in my Stan store address, which it's not giving me, and it usually does. So it's this one right here. So this is what Stan store looks like. If you were to shrink this down, if you were to shrink this down to look at this on mobile, just go type in that Stan store address on mobile and you'll see. But see how it looks so nice? You can also change the colors. You can change the style. So on mine, I have all my socials. Then I have my coaching information. I have a free guide. I have a Build Your Stan Store referral link. I have all my shopping links because I'm also a fashion blogger, beauty blogger, lifestyle blogger. Then down under here, here's my ebooks: Pinterest Power Stack, Ultimate Pinterest Prompt, YouTube ebook business, TikTok Shop affiliate. I realize I need to add my, there's a couple missing. Then I've got my prompt shop where I sell all my ChatGPT prompts. And then I have a couple freebies. Then I have my software links. You see how that works? It's so cool. That's why I started this with Stan. Okay. So what I do is go back to my YouTube link, and I'm just going to paste that in. Okay. Now I also could do a direct call to action for the one ebook if I wanted to. I could say, learn more about Pinterest with my free guide, with my comprehensive guide to Pinterest, or get my prompts at yada yada. So that is those are a couple of ways I'm generating income. Another way I cannot believe that has started to work is Pinterest. I've heard about this for a long, long time, that people are making money on Pinterest with their digital products. And I just started dabbling. I've had this account up here for a while, and I was kind of driving them to blog posts. And now I said, what if I started driving them to my ebooks? And I sold one. Here's one right here. Download the guide, how I turned my content into commissions. So now I only dabbled in this. I made like 5 pins for my ebooks and I sold one. So now I'm going to come in here and I'm going to start really working on this. Then imagine what this looks like if I do a call to action on Instagram, make that a square, and now it's an Instagram image, and I do comment guide or comment Pinterest or comment whatever to get my free guide, right? This is the direction I'm going in. This is unbelievable. Now, before you go, you might say, well, how do I write this ebook? Let me tell you exactly what I do. I go to ChatGPT and I do voice transcript. So see this little microphone? So you click the microphone. Okay, let's see. I think it's working. So here's my complete guide to Pinterest. These are the exact steps that I do when I'm doing a long form blog post to a short form. The very first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do keyword research. Now watch. I'm going to click that little thing, and it's going to enter it. You see this? Okay. Now, after it writes my book, now I might do something like this, outline. And I might outline it first. So my first outline might be the keyword research that I'm going to do. And maybe I'm going to put the tools I use. This is just kind of a quick little guide. And then I'm going to do my how I write the blog. Then I might do my AI images, and then I might do spinning off to new blogs. I'm going to cover how I use Harpa. So this is coming directly from me. Okay. What I usually do is I go for a walk, I take my phone, and I turn on the microphone and I dump everything into ChatGPT. By the time I get home, it's literally thousands of words, thousands. It's all coming from me. I want you to understand this. Somebody goes, "Oh, you just have ChatGPT write your book." No, I do not. I am writing the book and ChatGPT edits it for me. Okay? It's all my words coming straight out of my mouth, and all I ask ChatGPT afterwards is edit it, clean it up, look for my typos, proper formatting if need be. Then I go over the whole thing and I will put in links, or I will change a sentence here or there, or I'll realize maybe I should give a better example of that, and I'll come back in and elaborate. Now, that being said, could you have ChatGPT write your book? You could, especially if it's an easy thing. Let me give you an example. Okay. Now, ChatGPT already knows all about me, so it knows my tone of voice. I've trained it well, so it's easier for me to get started. If you're just getting started, you might have to finesse this a little bit. But I would say something like this: I have a fashion blog, and my focus is on women in midlife. I want to build a capsule wardrobe and put this in an ebook. First, this will be a blog post, maybe a video, but I want to point out top brands, the staples, then exactly how to put them together. Now, the reason I'm using this as an example is because this is exactly what I did with ChatGPT to help me build my own capsule wardrobe. So this is where I started. I'm like, you know what? I really need the staples. I go to my closet sometimes. I don't even have a white t-shirt. Like, I've got to figure this out. So it starts with, here's the wardrobe staples for midlife women. And it kind of just goes over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 items. Now, what's interesting about this, I did this and I went out and bought all of these. So I'm already kind of an expert in what I'm building here because I used this and I built it, which kind of gives me more authority in the space of creating an ebook around it, right? Then the next one, how to style the staples. Okay, I'm going to say, good. Let's dive deeper and point out at least 3 brands for each item that are known to make clothes for midlife women, or our favorites for midlife women. You see how I'm guiding ChatGPT? It's still me. It's still me doing the direction, but ChatGPT is starting to give us this material, okay? So, great. Let's write this more in an ebook format with introduction, why I started looking for a capsule wardrobe, what staples matter, and why. You know, again, I'm guiding it. Now, let's just pretend that you don't know how to guide it. Okay, so it's doing its thing now. So now it's starting to really take shape, right? Here's the introduction. This is so true. At some point, I got tired of standing in front of a full closet thinking I have nothing to wear. I was buying a lot, but nothing felt right. The cuts weren't working for my curves. Now, it knows this because I've already told it all this, okay? You might have to first do a little storytelling, like feed ChatGPT. Well, another example I might do is I might do an ebook that says how to raise new kittens, or how to tame a feral cat, yada yada. These are all things I've had real life experience with. So I might grab ChatGPT and just dump the story in, and then say, these are the things that I had struggles with. These are the things that I discovered worked, and then let it tell you what should be in the ebook. Okay, so see how this is really coming together now. Now I'm going to say, okay, if this is a valuable ebook picture 40 pages maybe. What else do we need to include? An introduction section, your personal story, the problem with wardrobes, the promises, less stress, better fit, effortless outfits. Number 2, the capsule wardrobe framework. Number 3, closet audit guide. See, this is so genius. I didn't even think about this. You got to go in and purge. You got to figure out what you want, what you don't want. That's genius. See, I missed that. Body shape and fit tips, fabric and comfort guide. Now, if you wanted to, you could literally take each section and say, okay, I'm going to give you my thoughts on number 2. And you're just going to talk to it. And you're going to say how many pieces you need. This is where you come in, okay? If you don't want to come in, I'm going to say this is so good. I mean, this is really good. I just built this capsule wardrobe so I can see how good ChatGPT is doing with this. That's very helpful. I'm going to say, okay, let's write out section 4 so I can see what this would look like. Okay, so section 4. Now we're going to call that like chapter 4 or something like that, right? Body shaping and fit tips for midlife women, because it's not about hiding your body. It's about dressing the one you have now. Oh, I got to do this. I need to finish this. This is so good. Know your current shape. Okay. Hourglass, apple. Now, here's where you as the creator comes in. Look at this one. It says hourglass. Now, if I'm looking at this, this doesn't really tell me what shape I have, because I have a little weight around the midsection, but I also have a defined waist and balanced butt and thighs. You may not know where you fit in. So what you might want to do is put a picture in here. So I could come over here to, now you could have ChatGPT do your images if you're really good at image prompting. I still like Ideogram the best. I'll put a link below. I'm going to say, give me a picture of an attractive midlife woman with this body shape, wearing items from a capsule wardrobe. Now, I may need to tell them what the items are, but let's just see how it comes out right off the bat. So the key is you going back through your own ebook, even if you let ChatGPT do a lot of the writing. And, oh, this is great. The only problem is that really is not a great depiction of an hourglass figure. So you may have, this is what I would do. I would pull open Harpa. Harpa is a Chrome extension that runs my ChatGPT. It integrates with ChatGPT. So I'm going to say this, fix the prompt so that the AI image creator better understands what an hourglass figure looks like. Sometimes you really have to just get much more descriptive. Okay, stylish woman with an hourglass figure, full bust, narrow defined waist, curvy hips. All right, let's see how this works. It'll give you 4 options for images. That's pretty close. That's pretty close. Still missing in the wider hips. Okay, so this is a little bit trickier, because that would mean you would have to understand. You might have to go to Google and type in, like, what is a hourglass figure, and then type that description in there and see how it comes up. I noticed that Ideogram was having a trouble the other day when I was trying to get it to do barrel jeans. I finally got it to do it, but I had to work with Harpa and revise the prompt of several times before. There we go. There we go. That's an hourglass. No, still not. That is more like it. Make her curvier, fuller figure. I need it to be pronounced enough. That is, she does have an hourglass figure. So that would work. And that's a beautiful picture. That is a beautiful item from a capsule wardrobe. That's a beautiful picture. I just feel like, okay, we're almost there. I feel like I just want a little bit more, but that would work. That one would definitely work. So you're getting the idea here. Okay. Now, what happens after you get the image and after you get the ebook? There we go. Yeah, I would probably maybe go with something a little bit more like that. Just a little bit fuller was what I was looking for. And you can play around with the lighting. You could say put her in a coffee shop. You could say have her wearing denim jeans and a black blazer. It doesn't have to be that picture. But once we have the body type described there, we can play a lot more with the picture. So what I do is after the whole ebook is written, then I would say something like format the book now with pages without line breaks between paragraphs. Clean it up. Your spelling doesn't have to be perfect. You can just type and it knows. Okay, so now it kind of cleans it up. So once your book is done, now you can do this one page at a time, or you can do this multiple pages. What I do is I take this whole thing whenever it's ready, and you could do this in Microsoft Word. You could do this in Microsoft Pages. Whatever Word doc you have is how you would lay this out. All I'm going to do is open a blank book, right? The front page is going to be a cover. I'm going to put in a cover page and I'm going to make on ideogram. And then look at this. There's your ebook. Okay. Then you would go in here and you would find pictures, and all you would do is come up here to insert, and you're going to go, ooh, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to put pictures of me in mine. Then it'll be really personal. So we come up here and we're going to go to media, photos. You're going to find a photo. Let's pretend this one's actually me. And you're just going to move that around wherever you want it. You can shrink this down. You can make it part of the text. Okay. This is probably what I'll do with mine. Just give you an idea. So if I did buy every item on the list already, and I'm already taking pictures of them, I might as well create the ebook that goes with it. Right? So then watch. I'm going to go back to ChatGPT. And I'm going to say, where is it? Okay. All right. Good. Once the ebook is finished, tell me ways I can promote it. Well, let's do this first. Tell me a few good names for my ebook. So the first thing we'll do is come up with a good title. The Midlife Capsule, Effortless Style After 40, Closet Reset, the Midlife Wardrobe That Works. That one's really good. The Only Wardrobe You'll Ever Need After 40, another good one. Simplify Your Style, a capsule guide for midlife woman. I love that one. Okay. So we pick one. Okay, let's go with number 5. Well, I don't like Simplify Your Style. Yeah, all right, let's go with number 5. And now tell me ways I can promote the ebook. YouTube video, if you have a lifestyle channel, which I do. So I'll do a video that shows the capsule wardrobe, and I'll start making that capsule book as part of the CTA. So then I'm making money on ad revenue. I'm making money on the affiliate links. And in my case, it looks like this, in case you're wondering. My lifestyle channel is youtube.com/ballenbuys. Whoops, forgot the user sign, at ballenbuys. Okay, so here's the channel. So here's an example. I've got Nordstrom unboxing. I just started this, by the way. I started Nordstrom unboxing. I've got my favorites. I've got how to live a happy life. I started the channel a year ago, feeding only short form video in, and now I've just started doing long form. And let me tell you, it is amazing. Instant boost in ad revenue, instant boost in affiliate sales. This is the way to go if you're doing any kind of lifestyle. The short form video is great for attracting new subscribers, but the long form is where you make your money. So here's an example, massive try on haul, only what I kept. And in this video, if you scroll through the video, I'm showing all these different items. So what I would do is I would do the exact same video, but now it'll be capsule wardrobe for women over 40, or the midlife capsule wardrobe. Then when they click on view products, see how we have all of these store items? I would also put my ebook in there. I'll link an ebook store in here. And also, I would put it in the description if you want to know how to build your own capsule wardrobe, including all the links to all the items, similar items to one shown in this video. Here's the ebook. As a matter of fact, go back to ChatGPT, write me a CTA. So a CTA is a call to action. Ready to stop staring at a full closet with nothing to wear? Simplify your style. A capsule guide for midlife women shows you exactly what to keep, what to ditch, and how to build a wardrobe that actually fits your body and your life without starting from scratch. Grab your copy now. I'm going to do this, and I'm probably going to make it $49.95 because I'm really going to spend the time to put in all the pictures and all the links and all the ideas. Something we'll see. We'll see. But that's kind of my idea. So my thing is this. The best way to create an ebook is based on the audience you already have and the needs that your audience already has. And it's going to be easier to sell if you already have the audience. There are other people like Maria Went, who I had her little video popped up here a minute ago. I use her as an example sometimes because she's one that's doing like millions of dollars, and she runs Instagram ads. Her whole thing is Instagram ads. You can go look her up. She's got courses. She's got all the things. But if you were to look her up here, I don't know her personally. I have no affiliate. This was somebody I discovered, so I thought I would share it with you. And here, all of her, so here's how I get paid 26 cents per reel. Here's how to get 700,000 Instagram followers. And then she's got all these things on here about ebooks that she sells that teach people how to build ebooks to sell, right? That kind of a thing. But this is how it works. So she runs massive ads and has a 6% conversion. And so that's how she banks her income. So lots of ways to do this. Mine right now is purely organic. I'm not spending any money to make money on those. It's all just from me creating free content on the socials that generate the audience that I can then go create products for that audience. I do audience first, product second, product after. That's just always been the way I have worked. Not to say I'll never try ads. I just haven't yet. Anyway, I'm Lori Ballen. I did put an ebook down here for you. If you want to get started with the ebook business, then you're welcome to pick up my ebook and learn more about exactly how I do this. And hopefully you can get yourself a 3-figure, 4-figure, 5-figure, 6-figure, 7-figure ebook business going, depending on what you do, your audience, and how you work it. And I have a coaching program if you'd like to join the coaching program where I teach all of this. In addition to the TikTok shop affiliate, Amazon influencer, monetizing your socials and those strategies, then you can join me at ballenblueprint.com. Talk to you soon.